My mic was muted, and I forgot to downmix to mono. My bad, y'all. I'm just a little retarded. Let me ping everybody in the server before I do anything. Track map, full track map. It looks like Weezer is. I'm a little sick. Can you tell? Hello everyone, my name is Markiplier, and today we're going to be doing the Japanese Grand Prix. Welcome back to CRF1. As per usual, I'm your friendly family host, YT Tepid, here to deliver you some epic racism. And by racism, I do not mean segregation against black people. So, we're on board with Dweezy right now, 18 minutes, or I suppose 16 minutes to go in qualifying for the Japanese Grand Prix. I'm dying. Right, so Lenovo takes over what should be Honda. Yeah, Weezy starts his own lap down in the not spoon curve, fuck, down into turn 1. This takes you through the S's. You really want to hit that apex and take a little bit of curve before making sure to really throw your car as much as you can through the Suzuka S's, the ever iconic sets of corners that just are some of the most challenging in Formula 1, yet some of the most satisfying to actually nail. And it looks like Weezy has done a perfect job through Dunlop curve and onto the first Degna. That is a purple sector because he was the first one to go. And now going under the bridge. This is the only figure 8 track in Formula 1 and has been for quite some time. Into the hairpin, the site of Daniel Kvyat's 2015 qualifying crash here. He did a bit of a barrel roll, bit of an L, right? Yeah. You see an AlphaTauri make some room as he flies on down towards Spoon Curve, really take a nice entry, hit some curbs, and make sure to get every apex just right, riding along the curves, but making sure not to hit them. Those are lethal. So, to the ever-iconic corner 130R, we just saw Weezy here a little bit ago, 110 into Sector 2, and there we go, flat out, as per usual. It's been flat out for quite some time, the site of Fernando Alonso's Fernando Alonso's masterclass overtake around the outside. It was wonderful. I forgot who it was on, to be fair, but anyway. Here we go, final. Anyway, I didn't even get to mention the Casio Triangle, the site of Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost. Collision in 1988. So, or was it 1990? No, 1990 was the Ferrari one. Anyway, Subby beats out Weezy 4 provisional poles so far. Next across the line will be one of the Merc boys, I believe. Jamie, then you can hear that. Oh shit. No, it would have been Zach, who does take provisional pole. Jamie ends up going right behind him with a 27.982. Subby in P3 with the 28 flats. Who is next across the line will be Rexy. So far, he's racked up 8 penalty points all season, and in the distance there is one of the Williamsmen, a Degmaster, going to start his own lap. Dave Raptors and the Williams still in the garage. Going on down to Fridge's McLaren, going through the Casio Triangle and on the final corner, really sticking it close to the wall. That's where you need to be. Make sure not to hit the wall. That is provisional pole for Fridge, 127.546. That is McLaren back on the top step. Could it be a McLaren versus Ferrari? Could it even be? Oh, there we go. Poison Aim High takes the top step for now. A 27.191 as Jack in the background, I believe. Or it might be Hops. Who is it? Oh, no, it was Jack, but he fucked up and invalidated his lap. You love to see it. Could we see a lap 1 collision? I will be elated if we do. Zach going taking to the grass there. Not the way you really should take the corner. Maybe he was trying to find the old chicane, Mr. Speedy at P11 so far on his outlap. We will see who else is actually down across the line right now. Kantz. I did miss Kantz, but he did go for 27.514. Lovely stuff to see from the Italian driver. That is subtitle coming back into the pits. Next across the line will be the Haas of... It will be Zach. So behind him, the other McLaren of Dom starts his lap. So... I suppose I shouldn't have talked so soon. Jesus Christ. I don't know if he's actually going to still do his lap. Oh yeah, he's doing his lap. Right then. Is there anyone behind him that can benefit from this? Is there anyone behind him that's actually going to cross the line really quick? It would be Deckmaster, wouldn't it? Dom's lagging all over the place. Deckmaster sets a 27.920, just beating out Jamie there somehow. In P6, a 27.982. Ferrari Rexy and Subby are ever locked in the battle of mid here. 7th and 8th place, Tessa rezzing for Ferrari. This is obviously a throwaway lap. He's going for another one into Spoon Curve, absolutely nailing it, getting close to the curves but not touching them, except for the outside. You really want to ride the outside. Flying on down to 130R. I just love Suzuka so much. Is it obvious? This is probably one of the only laps where I've been able to give insightful commentary. Purple Sector 2, lovely stuff to see from the Ferrari reserve. That is a stranded Alfa Romeo. Who is it? Would it be? It's not Dweezy. That will be Poison. Aim high, almost interrupting Tessa's lap there. So as Tessa oh, there we go. It was looking good, but I suppose because of the Alfa Romeo, you know, Tessa had to back off. Let me close my door really quick so I can start shouting. Five place grid penalty with for something with Orlando, I guess. I don't know. Not entirely sure. I got a couple DMs for some reason. Oh yeah. Voiced by Ryan Gosling. Anyway, Orlando out of today's Grand Prix. Qualifying, out of today's qualifying, not today's Grand Prix. You can see a stranded AlphaTauri will be cons as Dom flies into the barriers. I don't know if it's lag, but he has put down a 27.390. Poison Aim High still keeps the highest time, or the lowest time of the day. Welsh Jack yet to set anything. Fall Bicycle yet to set anything, though he's hopefully poised to take something good home for Aston Martin, if he can actually do anything for Aston Martin. Dom leaves the session, probably due to connection, as we're on board with Beeford here into Spoon Curve, absolutely flying, misses the apex a little bit, however. Really 130R in the Casio Triangle is where he's only really, not even 130R, but the Casio Triangle, that's where he's going to need to make it up here. Casio Triangle being the final chicane here. So whenever I say the triangle, or whenever I say Casio, you know what I'm referring to. That's the correct corner of the name of the corner. So, first triangle there. Love to see it. Very, very nice stuff from Ron Beeford. Neither Ferrari has yet to touch the top 10. Mercedes can't say the same. Both cars in the top 10. Same with McLaren, and not the same with Alfa Romeo, though. AQ Flow is not here today. Bit of an Alpha Red Bull. You know, I think they might disqualify everybody else and just give the win to Flow anyway. I'm kidding. So, Ron Beeford, P3 in the Mercedes, powered Mercedes. Ron Beeford in the Mercedes, powered Mercedes. Welsh Jack finally going on that outlap. Tessa is about to do another one as well. And we will see how this ends. Who is next across the line? One of the Alpines, Rexy. He is on an outlap. So as he goes for his, we'll have to wait and see if this actually lands him in any sort of like good position to start today's race. So currently he sits P10, no longer, thanks to, I believe, Dweezy or Deckmaster, somebody, Mr. Speedy, thanks to Mr. Speedy. Displacing him down into P11, so can he get back into the top 10? That's really the question of the day here. Fridge, Zach, nothing's really changed there. Dom P2, Kantz P4. I think he improved ever so slightly. Subby and P12, these two are still right next to each other. Rexy going on his lap. Let's see, crossing the Sector 1 line, he does not go purple. It is actually an improvement, however. A 3.5 improvement. So, flying on down to the hairpin, what else can he do? The hairpin is very much, well, a lot of people are going to lose time. You really need some confidence in the low-speed corner here. On the throttle as early as possible without unsettling the car, and make sure not to take the abandoned chicane. Not that you would, considering it's probably using racing line. Flying on down the Spoon Curve. What a lovely set of corners. Jamie going P2. Jamie going P2 with a 27.285, not enough to trouble Poison Aim High. Lovely, lovely lap from him. And look at this, crossing the Sector 2 line. Rexy does set a purple second sector. That is almost 5/10 ahead of his original time, which will put him all the way into the top 5 should he improve. If he does get a really good triangle, it looks like he struggled a little bit there. Definitely not the top 10 performance we were hoping for. And now crossing the line, that is a 127.614. He loses it all. But at least gets back into the top 10. Degmaster being displaced from that effort. Subby now. We're focusing on the rivalry that really matters through the S's here. He did a lap at Japan where he had to beat an F1 driver's time in a Toyota. So we'll see if that practice does reward him with anything. Going to the Sector 1, that is a purple Sector 1, and his controller disconnects. That is subtitled out of today's qualifying session. I don't even know what to say. That was Welsh Jack moment, honestly. I wonder what he's gonna say about that. That's silly goofy. That's uber goofy. Subtitle just fucking killed himself. So we'll see what happens with that. That was probably the silliest moment of qualifying, I can't lie. Medical, of course. I'm gonna give a... You better not be sick, YT. Blood just sneezered. He is, motherfucker. I'm going over... No, I have a cold, so I'll wear a mask, but, myself, Theory, and Juan Joestar, the Beaners that know each other in real life, we're gonna go see the racist movie, Gran Turismo. So I'm actually quite excited for that. I'm very excited, actually, to go see the racist moment. Jack didn't set a time again. Tessa moving up into P2. It is a Ferrari-powered podium at the moment, a 27.191 for the Ferrari-man stepping in for Hobbs today, who was off piping his girlfriend. More power to... This is such a funny fucking qualifying. We've had some of the funniest fucking moments. Rexy doing that shit, and then Sub killing himself. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Jack going out for a third time, 5 minutes to go. We're going to start seeing a lot of traffic here. You can even see some of the Williams drivers. Dave Raptor's just out of the top 10, so as he goes into and out of the Dunlop curve, you can see here he does not set a purple sector. What? Is this an outlet? Or what's going on?
Dude, there's no way that just happened. YT, can you hear me?
I can't.
I don't think you can hear me.
Right, so Tessa. Right, earlier he did that. Dom back in the session here, looking to best his 27.390. Jamie, these guys are all sub 3. I hate Nick. No, I can't say that. Oh, fucking hell. Right, so Hans, 27.493 for the Italian driver. He did get kind of analed by the grid penalty from Orlando, which I do believe was caused by a glitch. And I'm not entirely, I'm not entirely sure if quality will get restarted. Probably not. It's already 5 minutes to go. Hans should probably just try and get as good of a result as he can for now. So yeah. Fridge still down in P7, Zach still down in P8, Rexy obviously hasn't really done much improving, 3.5 minutes nearly, 3 3/4, fine, fuck you, to go, and Welsh Jack is the only man who has yet to set a time that is still alive in this race, so why don't we go on board with him? I think everybody other than Fall Bicycle is setting a time. We'll catch up with him in a minute. Jack is going to be our focus for now. The championship leader used to be by a decent margin. It looks like this could go out the window if he doesn't improve his qualifying performance. I believe 2 points separate himself and Beeford, 2 points separate himself and Beeford in the championship standings. I'm not entirely sure what the standings are right now. I haven't been checking. But let's see what he does through the S's. Lovely performance there. You can tell he's very much in control of the car, just as his teammates sorry, not his teammates, but his rivals over at Mercedes. And that is a purple Sector 1. This is the Jack we all know and love. Well, most of us all know and love, right? Yeah, so, into the hairpin, under the bridge and into the hairpin. A lot of confidence on the throttle there. And, yeah. Down in the stream curve, this is where it really matters. This final part of the lap, a lot of people seem to have messed it up. If you're good in the S's, that's fine, but the rest of the circuit might not be too kind to you, especially with the tighter corners, a la the triangle and the hairpin. That's where a lot of people seem to lose time as well. It's not the worst sections of the track, obviously. The S's are very extremely challenging. Jack with another purple sector. So far, he's going 3 for 3 out of 130R and into the Casio Triangle. Does he absolutely throw his car as one should? He does. It looks like he's riding the curves as much as he can. On the exit of the triangle and finally on the start-finish straight, hugging the wall. That is a 1:26. 6-3-4. Ferrari 1, 2, and 3 in terms of engines. Jamie and Beeford are going to have to do some work to catch back up. Jamie on his outlap now, going through Degna. There's already a lot of traffic, as you can see, and I believe it might be Rexy, the Alpine, leading out the way. He will have the cleanest air, but he might want to go behind someone, just to make sure. Yeah, see, I agree with the, yeah, we're going to lose drivers. I feel bad for Kantz, but I don't think we should restart, because, especially this late, I don't think we should restart this late. You know, this is the final round of laps, 1 minute to go in qualifying. Speedy has the cleanest air of any driver now, and Rexy knows it, obviously. So Speedy's going to be a little bit hesitant to fully set down his lap, but let's follow the Red Bullman, as he has a trailing FRA Rexy who is ready to catch that slipstream at a moment's notice. There we go, green flag for, not green flag racing, but it is his lap now. Speedy looking to dig himself out of the bottom 10, or the bottom 7 there. Rexy just in the background. At least he's a little bit smart in terms of being cunning, you know. In terms of strategy, he's a little smart. He just doesn't know how to drive. So into the S's, absolutely throwing his car. That's how you abuse a car, through the S's. You know, just nailing every apex, every input. Perfect. That's what these corners require. And if you do it smoothly, it's massively rewarding. If you're pushing it to the limit, it's massively rewarding. Speedy does not, however, get a purple sector 1. It's a tiny improvement. It won't be enough to see him beat Rexy if he's on the rate he currently is. 7.38 is, you know, Rexy's out of qualifying. What happened there? On board with one of the Alfa Romeos, he killed himself in a similar fashion to subtitle. He spun out of Degna 2. So, in the Spoon Curve, Mr. Speedy, the first one, leading the pack here. Everybody is out on track. Literally everybody, essentially, right? Except for some of the people still that have retired in the pits, including Bicycle and not just Bicycle. Maybe one of the Haas guys, I don't know. So, qualifying's over. This is the final round, and it is a purple sector 2 for Mr. Speedy. 3/10 down on his initial time. 3/10 up on his initial time. And that will see him very much jump into the top 10 and possibly even beyond if he absolutely never mind. I don't know why he decided to do that, but on board with the Alfa Romeo, I believe, is the second car. I'm not entirely sure if that Mercedes is... That was a Mercedes in front of him. Okay, I don't know when the Mercedes got there, but that is Jamie into P2, and that is Poison again into P2. Oh, okay, these guys fought, and looks like Poison was the only one who really could touch Jack. Coming across the line now, that will be Zach95. What can he do for the Haas team? He does not improve. Very unfortunate for him. Beeford gets into the top 3 as Dom comes across from the Casio Triangle. Now it is his time to shine, almost clipping the wall there. And that is a 27.354. Doesn't really see him rise up any. Tessa, can he do better? Tessa does not jump any positions. What about Dave Raptors? Jumps into the pits, and that's the end of today's Japanese Grand Prix qualifying. I will see you in 5 minutes for the race. That was actually quite good. I feel like I wasn't sick and dying. I can still go tonight, but kill yourself. I like how we're telling it's a spam bot to kill themselves. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah, I feel bad for Kantz, but I don't think we can restart for one little thing that he got caught up in. It's just life. But anyway, well, it's Jack. You know how the story goes. That's your grid. That's for the FIA and whatnot for Weezer. Fuck. Killing myself. I'm very tired. I slept a little today, and it felt very nice to finally sleep. Very nice, very nice. Shit's been hard, but perseverance, am I right, guys? Anyway. Ah, fuck. Suck my, lick my, stroke my cock. Pull myself up there. Jesus. And we are back, everybody, in CRF1 Japanese Grand Prix. We are back with the CRF1 Japan. Do we have any Asians in the server, or else, like, this is really fucking racist if we do. This is the CRF1 Japanese Grand Prix. Jesus. I hope we get banned for that. That'd be so silly. That'd be uber silly. I got too silly. I got too silly. Twiffo was just talking about how he would fuck Asians, and okay. So yeah, I like how we got a viewer. I like how we got a viewer once we started talking about Asian titty. That's so silly. Oh shit. Oh shit, the interface fell. Fuck. It's okay. I don't know. Is the race starting or not? Anyway, Jack takes an early lead there. This is AI, surely. No, because there are talks about it restarting, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? Anyway, I'm going to commentate this like it isn't restarting. Jamie then takes P3. That is Tessa around, and oh, Zach even out. Wow, okay, that's a pretty eventful start, and it's happened immediately. So yeah, that's a virtual safety car for now, I would imagine. Are we restarting or not? Somebody please tell me. Are these real people? Are these the real drivers? Like, because I heard restart and it took a minute. But I'm just like... These are real Of course I bottled the real start. I hate Nigerians. No, I don't. I actually love Nigerians. I met one, and they were very nice. So yes, apparently we're not restarting, and you know, everybody's just retarded. So after a virtual safety car, and it's happened immediately. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Fucking. Welsh Jack, it's Green Flag Racing here in Suzuka. Poison aim high again, as I said, takes P2 for now. Jamie slots into P3. Fridge and Dom right next to each other. Dom lagging a whole hell of a lot. Rexy dives into the pits because he's shit. Subtitled into P11. Let's see if he can get into the top 10. Deg Masters looking for an overtake on Conson. Let's, what else can I say before I run out of breath? Asthma inhaler. Nothing's really happening. Oh, somebody went off. Okay, there we go. Fall bicycle falls to the hand of Orlando just after going off track and falling to the hand of shithousery. So, moving up the grid as well. Not many people are really close to each other. Rexy has dived into the pits. Zach again, you know, getting the short end of the stick. He is out. I need to sneeze. Welsh Jack, like I said, takes a... Why does it look so slow? Like, these cars look so slow. That's why I'm like, wait, are these real? Because they look so slow. Look at this. They look terribly slow. Anyway. Yeah, you can see Jack has a bit of a skill issue there. He suffers a track limits violation So that's probably a warning. He could get a 3-second time penalty, which will, actually influence the outcome of the race. Poison aim high, 0.69 tenths away from actually overtaking Jack and slowly catching up to the Welshman. So we just gotta wait to see how that ends up. 27 laps to go, or 27 laps of racing here at Suzuka so far. We have 25 to go, crossing the line for lap 3. Lovely stuff to see. It's a bit of a domino effect. Fastest lap, Ron Beeford takes the fastest lap for Mercedes, a 1:33.24, and DRS has been enabled. Sorry. Right, so look at this. Poison is actually getting quite close to Jack. That is 3 tenths between himself and the Ferrari-man. We'll have to wait and see until there's an actual overtaking spot, probably around Degna or the hairpin. The hairpin is probably where they're actually going to overtake, if they're going to overtake at all. I imagine they could wait for Casio. The Suzuka is not the greatest place for overtaking, but it's a very fun place to drive. You can see a Fridge on the back of Jamie there, and Jamie slowly trailing Poison and Jack there. Jack getting really, really close to Poison. Sorry. Poison getting really, really close to Jack as they go through the hairpin then. Does everybody survive the hairpin? Are there any overtakes I should be aware of in the hairpin? No, not really. Nobody's really overtaking each other in the hairpin. Rexy dead last. Or do I say where he belongs, or is that just shitty? It's probably just shitty, but it would be funny. So, Poison aim high, doing his thing. 3 tenths away from Welsh Jack. DRS does not get activated except for the main straight, which is such a sad opportunity. Oh, look at this. We have a run. The Alfa Romeo has a run. Does he go down the inside of the Castillo Triangle? He's going to stay put for now. Jack really has to focus on getting a good exit as Poison aim high does not actually get that piece of an exit. He's struggling for traction. DRS open. Kick logo to the sky. And you can see there's also an opportunity for some of the McLarens as well. Poison aim high down the inside of Welsh Jack at turn 1. And Poison aim high is your new race leader for probably the first time in CRF history. An Alfa Romeo isn't shit now. That Devil wanted an Alfa Romeo. So I believe, I was going to say first time, Poison has led an F1 lap. CRF1 lap. We'll see. If this changes up anytime soon. Jamie on the back of Jack there. This could be an actually good race for Jamie. He did bottle the CC here in Season 2. And this is where Red Bull took the advantage that they never gave back. So I wonder, could this be where Beeford takes the advantage that he never gives back? Most likely not. Hopefully not. We'll see. Jack 2 tenths away from Poison aim high. I'm actually quite excited to see if these guys are going to fight. It's a run in the spoon curve, but it's not going to actually amount to anything because they're not close enough to actually attacking the spoon curve. However, into 130R, we could see some really funny antics here. Jack has the slipstream. Does he have the energy? He has the battery. But I don't think he's going to attack until the Casio Triangle, because, yeah, he's not close enough. 130R gave him a good run. He lets off the throttle, unfortunately, so we will have to wait until he has DRS, Oh, almost struggling for traction there. That might be a second track limits violation as well. So we will see if he does end up getting penalized. Jamie has a really good run on the Ferrari-man, and look at these two. Ron Beeford fights both McLarens. Can he get them both done in one corner? No, he does not have the run on Dom. Jamie did not have the run on Jack, and Jack didn't have the run on Aim High. Poison stays in the race lead for now as Dweezy is the furthest away from this whole little battle in P7. 1.8 seconds separate everybody in the top 6, which is actually quite cool. Right then. 5 tenths away, Welsh Jack could... Right. 5 tenths away, Welsh Jack could be falling behind here. 6 tenths from Jamie. Fuck. Jesus. God, show me the way, cause the devil's trying to break me down. Alright, so Beeford 1.5 tenths away from Dom, who has gotten a little bit of a drag from Jamie there. So we will be seeing a bit of a DRS trade. Fridge is falling behind the top 5, which is quite unfortunate. Dweezy could possibly see himself could possibly see himself in this little battle if he plays his cards right. So Jack gets DRS. That is the lead. Going to Welsh Jack once more, and further down the grid, Dom defends from Ron Beeford, but he does go a little wide, nullifying his efforts and putting the Mercedes-man right next to the Ferrari. And you can see there, yeah, Mercedes 3 and 4 as Poison aim high, and Jack might still just fight this one out. Mercedes are definitely going to be working as a bit of a unit now, and hopefully they're not going to do anything that messes up their championship challenge. Hopefully they're not going to do anything that messes up their championship challenge. No, yeah, I know Tessa spun out because he killed him, Zach. So yeah, Jamie and Beeford fighting ever so slightly for a minute there. You could see the positions swapped as Poison and Jack. Jack is breaking away from Poison there, and Jamie is very eager to clear the Alfa Romeo, as, you know, hopefully he doesn't stand in their way too much. This is very, very crucial moment times for the CC. 3 rounds remaining after this. This is round 9 Japan, 10, 11, 12. They will fly by. They will fly by from here, and hopefully, it'll be a very nice battle all the way to the end. Jack, 1 second clear of Poison aim high. He's going to be DRS-less this little straight here. Poison very much a sitting duck, as Jamie and Beeford are going to clear him, like I say, hopefully as a unit. Jamie, Petronas logo to the sky, and it almost kind of sells him a faux dummy. Down the inside, Poison might kind of keep it, but getting on the curbs, that is Poison's end, unfortunately. And it's not going to bring out a safety car, don't get me wrong, but that is both Mercedes on the podiums. That is both Mercedes into the podium places there. McLaren being their only real challenger, as, you know, it was looking very good for Poison until it wasn't, which is kind of unfortunate. But, you know, bit of an early in it. Yeah, you can see Tessa had to go back in the pits there. Lap 7 out of 27, 20 laps to go from here. It's really all down to Jamie getting some really good pace out and hopefully catching Beeford up. I feel like they could do this. Brazil if it was a good race. Brazil 22, if we remember that. You know, like Max Verstappen, you know, let Beeford through. If he can't catch up to Jack, you know, we'll see. Hopefully Beeford lets Jamie back there. You know, it's complicated. I have an entire way of saying it in my head, but I'm just retarded and too retarded to actually articulate it. 2 seconds clear of the Mercedes, but now Beeford is getting closer to Jamie, so we do know he is very much near pace of Jack. It's just, you know, Jamie wasn't there to be driving out in clear air, so I wonder how easy is Jamie going to make it. There we go. Lovely stuff, lovely teamwork to see. Jamie inverts the car. They invert the cars at Mercedes, and Beeford now is clear to go fight with the Welshman. 2 seconds clear and already losing time. Dom and Fridge, very close to each other now. Poison aim high, falls to Degmaster. That was surely through fault of his own. Yeah, because if you get too hard on that curve, you know, that's what we saw with Dom as well. It was looking very good for Dom, and then he killed himself, which was kind of unfortunate. So yeah, Dom and Fridge very close to each other now. Fridge 1.2 seconds away from the Mercedes-man. Beeford 1.8 seconds away from the Ferrari-man of Jack. And we have to wait and see. Sub has gotten into the top 10 here, as Rexy still lingers in P15, 12 seconds back from the rest of the field. Other than that, Paul Bicycle is 4 seconds away from Mr. Speedy, who he himself is poised to overtake Orlando any moment now. Kant's having a pretty decent race after, you know, getting dropped by a grid penalty. You know, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Detailed position change. Kant's gained 6 places. Technically, I think he would have qualified just around where he is now, so things changed for the better. I knew he could do it. So yeah, our biggest loser today, obviously, is Tessa with 10 places lost. Poison aim high is a very close second, and you can see there, not so close anymore. Oh, he's gonna do it! He's gonna do the bit! He's gonna do the bit around the outside! Yes! Almost there. Could he keep it? Yeah, he keeps it. He absolutely keeps it, and that's the move I wanted to be. That's the move I wanted to see this entire race, and he made sure to make me happy just before he dives into the pits there. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Overtaking the race. even if it didn't last too long. Kant's 5 tenths away from HPR Dave Raptors. Five-tenths away from Dave Raptors there. P6 on the grid there. Kant's wanting to get into the top 5. Dave Raptors is the first hurdle to clear before he has to go on and fight Dom. Very much a bit of a DRS train. 1.5 seconds away is Ron Beeford from Welsh Jack. You can see there he's slowly making the time up as Jamie continues to fall behind from Beeford. You know, letting his teammate go was the right call. Hoo-wee. How's chat doing? How's everyone's doing? I have a little bit of downtime. Yeah, tires are gonna be dead by the end. Shush Mega. Oh, wait, which one's Shush? Oh, Aim High is Shush. That would make sense. That would make sense. All right. You sound as if you need a warm blanket and snuggles. I agree. Could we see telemetry? Suck my dick. No, you can't see telemetry. I know I'm telling this to GRL of all people, but like, suck my dick. You're not seeing telemetry. It's meaty, it's salty. Fuck you. I hate telemetry on racing streams. Like, find me a mod that makes it look good and I'll do it. But like, look at this. This looks so fucking janky. Look at that shit. Look at this. It's just there. It's just there. Like, even if I go on board, it's just there. No, this is bad. I absolutely hate having telemetry on during commentary. It's very annoying, and I really don't like it. But, tangent aside, nothing really has changed so far. You can hear me. Extremely nasal. Waiting for the first round of pit stop to kick in, because it should put a couple of people together. Shout out shout out to Twiffo for being such a mega big dick person. I don't fucking know what to say. I'm not that funny on my own. So, there you go, Twiffo, you got your shout out. Yippee! Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that. 5/10, yeah, Kant says it's not looking good for him. He's the closest battle on track so far. Really, it's just catching. The Williams that he's really struggling with, sixth place, Dave Raptors, who he himself is in a bit of a DRS train with Fridge kind of holding everybody up behind him. I want to sneeze so bad. But yeah, look at this. Okay, finally, Dom and Fridge going at it. Oh, Fridge goes defensive. Dom's going to go around the outside. It's his corner by turn 1. Really, did anybody ever doubt him? Fridge fighting around back the inside, tries to stick a wheel up the front. Tries to stick a wheel out of turn 1, but it didn't really matter for him. He now has a different McLaren. Oh, God. Looks like Shush now has 3 seconds worth of penalties. Bit of an L in it. So, yeah. Raptors then now has a different McLaren to worry about. Dom could probably break that DRS train. Fridge might be fighting with him again. We'll see. 1.6 seconds between P2 and P3 and P4, just for good measure. These guys are all pretty evenly spread out, and if only they'd actually get closer, then they could fight like really, really nicely. I'm not sure what's going on with Rexy there. He's pitted again. Yeah, do you want me to turn down the engines? Let me do that. No, did Fridge spoil the racist movie? Not Fridge, Fred. Did Fred spoil the racist movie? I'll spoil how this season ends for Aston Martin. Shit. God. Yeah, Rexy moment for real. On Jod, even. I sent this reel to my friends the other day. Oh shit, Fridge got back ahead of Dom. So yeah, Dave literally has not seen any changes so far. And it looks like Dom is the McLaren he has to worry about once again. Kant is on the Williams tail now, 2 tenths behind him. He's really poised for an overtake. He just needs to spend that extra bit of battery that we can see. Okay, Dave does have that extra bit of battery that Kant doesn't. But We'll see if that actually plays into anything in the future. Ron Beeford 1.3 seconds behind Welsh Jack. Welsh Jack seeming to lose a little bit of pace here on the hard tire. The medium tires is obviously the better tire, you know what I mean? The more grippy tire. We'll see if Beeford ends up going into the pits sooner. We know Jack is probably going to stay out towards around like lap, maybe 17, 19. If they double stack, I will harm someone. What, the McLarens? That'd be so fucking funny. That'd be so fucking funny. I'd love that. Please, I need them to double stack. Oh, I need them to double stack because they're not far enough to do it. That's the funny thing. Like, Dom's not holding up Raptors or anything. Actually, he might be. What tires are they on? Oh, they're on medium, so it's a couple laps. I hope the McLarens crash into each other. Oh my god, please. I gotta look up the Murray Walker commentary just for that. Just so I can quote it. 1988 McLaren crash Japan. Right then. Oh shit, I almost missed it. Raptors finally goes ahead and sandwiches himself between the McLarens. Dom can't get a nose on the inside, which means it's Raptors' position for the taking. Raptors into the top 5. And it looks like Kantz is really analing Dom there, railing him, riding him as much as he can. And around the outside he goes and down back the inside through the next S. Lovely stuff to see. And I think something's wrong with Dom there. I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see. We'll see. Fridge, the sole McLaren, now in the top 5. And Fridge now has to carry the weight of his teammate. He now has to carry the weight of... Blood goes for... I am bipolar. Anyway, Rexy, hard tires for the black men twerking team, Alpine. He does get a good fastest lap for just to brag about it. You know what I mean? Just to be funny and silly. So yeah, Raptors is gonna have almost no trouble clearing Fridge now with DRS on the main straight, in and out of 130R there. He's gonna do good into P4 even without his penalty. Beeford is closer to Jack than ever before. That is almost a second just over, and it looks like with Slipstream that is now just under a second. It really is pressing times for Jack. Mercedes calls in Jamie there, and that is HPR Raptors in the podium positions. Lovely stuff to see from the Tier 6 manager. We do love our Tier 6 boys, don't we? So, Kantz in the pits then, just as with Jamie. He does come out ever so slightly behind him. This could have worked really good for Kantz, I think. If Jamie comes out where he should, this is going to work really well for Kantz. Yeah, so he comes out behind Fall Bicycle, the Aston Martin fighting with Shush then. Not a very good position to be fighting over, P11, even with some of the pit stops, but they'll enjoy themselves, I hope so. So yeah, subbing into P6, currently on the oldest tire, I believe. I don't think he's gone in for a stop, so let's see. Yeah, so look at this. Okay, so Jack has to stop, Beeford has to stop, Dave, the McLarens, obviously. Yeah, the McLarens are far enough to actually make a stop now. Sub has to stop, Mastered, Speedy. You can read. Anyway. Like I said, you can read. Beeford is getting extremely close to Jack now. Pit stops are really going to be how this battle is decided. Welsh Jack and versus Beeford. Jack goes in for the undercut, and we will see if that'll pay off. He could possibly go onto the medium tire, and yes, it looks like that is what he's doing. Just over halfway through the race, he's going on to the medium tire. This could end well for him. We'll see. Beeford has yet to make a stop. Let me see what Murray said. Oh my goodness, this is fantastic. I'm going to say that. Please, I need these people to crash into each other. At the triangle as well, by the way. So yeah, you can see there the pit stop shuffle is absolutely out of control here. Mr. Speedy is still in P5. Welsh Jack gets out P4. Mercedes-powered podium. Completely Mercedes-powered podium. Honda at the bottom of the top 5. Ferrari with one car in P4. I will always call it Honda. I don't care. Until Ford comes in. RBPT is Honda. So, look at this. Oh, down the inside of Dunlop. You never see that. It's unsuccessful, evidently. Oddly, he was never going to make that work, especially with the corner that Degna is. Even if he did get ahead, that would just be a death sentence for both of them. So they were never going to make it work, but it was cool to see them go side by side. Fall Bicycle is still yet to pit. I can imagine Dweezy's a little bit angry, like, this kid isn't even racing me. Really, because, really, Bicycle is not racing Dweezy at the moment. But, we'll see. It's kind of funny. In good racing, we never pass up good racing, no matter who is really, like, in reality racing who. Especially, look at this, Mr. Speedy and Jamie, then. Oh, could this be down the inside of the Casio Triangle? Possibly. No. We'll see. Dweezy and Fall Bicycle finally settled their differences. Dweezy gets past him just before 130R, and we wait to see what will actually happen. Welsh Jack gets past Fridge in the pits, and Dom is still out. So we will see. Beeford's absolutely carrying those mediums, so it could be... Could be a medium to soft strategy, which might pay off, could pay off. I don't think it will pay off for the simple thing. Like, the mediums are going to start dying in a minute. Very, very soon they're going to start dying. Especially with the curbs, Japan isn't necessarily the kindest track on tires. So, yeah, they're definitely going to start wearing down very soon. And that will be very interesting to see once... Yeah, because he's absolutely riding the curbs. It's not like he's trying to conserve the tires. So if he doesn't pit soon, within the next lap or so, it's going to start... it's not going to be a great decision. I'll say that. So into the Casio Triangle, it's really now or never. Does he make the decision? Does he make the call to come in? Is Mercedes ready for those tires? Yes, he does. That is lap 16. And it looks like we'll have to wait and see if Welsh Jack did drive his ass off, and it looks like he has. Down into the Casio Triangle, it's looking good for the Ferrari man, just getting the tires off. Yeah, that is Mercedes letting Beeford out of the box, and Welsh Jack coming across the line now. And you can see that little blip of red, that is the Mercedes, and Jack has overtaken Beeford once again. What is the margin? Into turn 1 goes Welsh Jack, and Beeford is 4 seconds behind. Very well played from Welsh Jack, I would suppose. Beeford probably could have played that better in terms of tire strategy. Hard to medium, very much working for the race leader. Obviously, being faster than everybody else works, but, being faster than everybody else is nice. Yeah. HPR Dave Raptors really closing in on Const there. Neither of the two really have penalties. Both Mercedes still back into the top 3. 10 laps to go. Beeford wasn't actually able to catch Jack in that amount of time, so with 4 seconds between them now, I would say Jack has won the race, but it's Formula 1, anything can happen, and we just gotta wait and see until something actually does happen. Subby and Bicycle inverting the cars as teammates as Bicycle brakes very late. Oh no, he just got hit by Dom. Cleanest CRF1 race. I thought he was getting tagged by a Bicycle for a minute there, but I was very much wrong. 10 laps to go, as I said earlier, and we will focus on Fridge and Raptors. This is going to be a fun battle. I can already tell, because Fridge, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Dave, he's a good guy. Kantz is a feisty little guy in the car, and I love seeing that. I love seeing him, do his thing. So, yeah, it's looking not very good for Kantz there. Dave Raptors did end up messing up the car a little bit, but Kantz is a sitting duck, and the Italian driver has nothing to do but just stare in horror as he gets overtaken by the Williamsman. Fridge very much on his tail. He wasn't able to get that good of a run. Dom gets past Subtitle. The Subtitle does want to fight for P8s. And it looks like Fall Bicycle takes another pit stop. Oh no, that is his pit stop, I believe. Unless it changes once you're out of the pits. I think that is his pit stop. So Bicycle goes in for his stop, and that is everybody accounted for. The only people who have gone to stop is Tessa, Rexy, obviously, and Shush. Yes, so Dweezy is facing some opposition from Dom in the McLaren. And, I almost thought... Oh, he does go down the inside. Dweezy got scared. into an overtake down the inside. So, I mean, bit of an L there, but I would have done the same thing. You can now see subtitled on Dom's tail. These two are good mates, so I imagine Dweezy's not going to be too pressed if he has subtitle to try and go, through on him. Or it could be funny, and Dweezy's absolutely pissed that subtitle of all people is going through on him. So we will see. Into 130R, Dom is taking a bit of a bit of a gap over Wheezy, and it's 7/10 essentially right now. Subtitled is probably the faster car between himself and the Alfa Romeo, most likely to challenge Dom once he gets past Weezer. So. I feel like I'm allergic to something because I don't feel sick. I just feel hilariously congested. And there we go. Down the inside, that is Weezer absolutely did that. Oh! I don't know whose fault that was. Honestly, it kind of looked like Weezer's because, like, for the most part, Sub took his line. I don't know. We'll let the FIA rule on that one. Usually I do rule against Sub because he has these lapses of judgment, but I don't know. That didn't really look like his fault. So, Fridge and Dave Raptors. Dave is in P4, and he's looking to... no, he's not looking to improve on that. He's not going to improve on that. Look at this. 4/10 away. Not 4/10, like 2 seconds, and then 4 seconds away. These are large gaps at the front, people. But, you can see there, Fridge is away, like... fuck, I'm so tired. I'm so lost. I'm so fucking lost right now. Dude, I feel like Walter White walking naked through that grocery store. Except where he was, like, very much aware of what he could fake. I'm just literally me. This shit is for real. Anyway, Fridge very, very close to the Williams driver in P4. This could spell disaster for Dave Raptor's chance at the P4. And especially staying in the top 5, because I don't think his Cons is close enough to really make a, that hellhole a nightmare for Dave, getting kicked out of the top 5. However, Fridge is close enough to get Dave down into P5. So, lovely overtake from Fridge there. 7 laps to go. And there's no real other battle except maybe this Orlando. Another Williams. We're focusing on another Williams. Love to see it. And that is Orlando. He'll make it out with DRS. I just don't know if he'll actually make the overtake. Yeah, no one else is actually close to each other. Yeah, okay. Around the outside. Lovely stuff. Degmaster tries to go defensive. It didn't really work for him. And I think he actually lost the car there. So these two will not be fighting anytime soon. Dave Raptors then, P5. Can he get the car back in front of the McLaren? Possibly. Bit of a McLaren sandwich that Kant and Raptors find themselves in. It's not really a close sandwich, but a sandwich nonetheless. Oh, God. Congested as fuck. What are they saying in the Tier 1 server? How the fuck is Mercedes undercut? How the fuck is this MF undercutting by 5 seconds? That's so silly. Can we stop Tessa from racing because his Wi-Fi is so bad that he can't go and ghost quickly? That's so silly. He went from challenging P1 to 1P. That's kind of funny. Anyway, what the fuck is happening? Why is Shush 2 stopping? I don't know why Shush 2 stopped. I just feel like absolute shit right now. So, nothing really has happened so far. And we're just waiting for something cool to happen so that I can scream over it. Unless Jack just, like, wins the race. We're also waiting for Jack to win the race. But, yellow flags. Oh, okay, so Shush. Finally, something cool happened on board. Oh, Did he kill himself? Or he just retired in the pits. I don't know why, but more power to him. Rexy's still down in second to last. Tessa's still down in dead last. Pretty unfortunate for him there. And we wait and see if a possible safety car could redeem either. We wait to see if a possible safety car could redeem either driver in this dire situation they find themselves in. I'm not sure. Tessa goes in for another stop. For hard tires. I wish I was black right now. Anyway, Dave Raptors, yeah. Dave Raptors and Fridge, still the story of the race so far. Or not the story of the race, but it's currently the only thing we have to focus on. in the race right now, so we're just waiting. We're just waiting on something funny to happen, really. I'm gonna browse Twitter. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Dave Raptors and Fridge. Dave is closing in, but still, it's just not enough for him to actually do anything for now. So it's just like, we're still just waiting. We are Bing chilling even. Yeah. Sorry, I got a couple DMs. Right, so. What are they saying in the tier 1 chat? Ferrari sandwich. So true! Dude, no, this is like the sandwich. You know the bit from Scooby-Doo where, like, they have the giant-ass sandwich? And it's like a tower? Please somebody laugh at that. You should have let me reserved instead of this silly 3-stopper. True. I agree. I can't lie, I agree. You would have done better. Twiffo would have done better, and he's shit, so. Skill issue, honestly. Krill issue, I think, is the real problem here. A krill issue. Where are my pings coming from? Oh, okay, from there. Anyway, somehow a safety car's come out. Orlando killed himself, and a safety car is out. And it looks like Jack has gone into the pits. So is Beeford. Okay, so it's not hopeless. It's not hopeless. We're not fucked yet. On to the soft tires Jack goes, and it looks like the only person to massively benefit from this is Dave. Could we see a Dave W? Because this means that Dave has only like 3 laps to really, you know, fuck this up. Jack comes out P3. Ron Beeford comes out P4. With no other actual opposition. You know, everybody else dived into the pits for soft tires. So, Dom and Raptors are going to be fighting for Dom for his second win, and Raptors for his first. And I'm actually really excited to see how that's going to play out. I can't lie. I'm very excited. Thank you, Orlando. I very much appreciate it. I appreciate killing yourself for the sake of entertainment. It means a lot to me. And we want to welcome KF1 into the chat, by the way, with Lurl. Lurl Racing. Billiams. Very based. Williams based indeed, I can't lie. Williams ultra based even. So we will wait to see. Dom, what are the percentage of those softs? Probably like 9. Probably like 9. Who, Dave? No, Dave's not Jack. Stupid. Dave is Dave. You know. Yeah, so we'll just wait and see what actually happens. Green flag racing is not going to be something for at least another lap and a half, I would say. We will see. We will see. Ooh, baby girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh hell no. Lap 24 now. I believe we should be getting going with this after this lap. So 3 laps of racing from lap 25. 3 laps of green flag racing from lap 25. And it'll be Welsh Jack versus Ron Beeford. This is title deciding, by the way. This really is title deciding, kind of. Like, we're not yet at the stage of a title decider. But, like, we're so close, you know. It's kind of a title decider, if you will. Like, this could shift the course of the championship. That's what I'm really trying to say. You know, it might give Beeford the extra kick in the ass he needs, you know, if he takes the lead now. That'd be so funny. He didn't even start out as a driver. I mean, reserves are allowed to keep their points if they start, you know, if they come in. So it's not illegal. And it's very beneficial because without Beeford, there would be no championship. Really, I think. Without Beeford, Jack should be a champion right now, right? Surely. What are the standings? Where is P2? Let's see, right, lazy. That's the race classification. I think that's wrong. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll wait. We'll wait a little bit. Lap 24. It should come out, or the safety car should announce its departure in a minute. I believe around just after this, because there has to be at least 2 laps of racing. So at latest, at latest it comes in lap 25. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. So it's coming in lap 25, I believe, right? Yeah, all right. No? Okay, yeah, lap 25. All right, cool. Because the game you can't have less than 2 laps of racing. So it's 1 more lap. It is this lap. You have 2 laps of racing sex. And then somebody wins. So we will see everything. We will see everything very, very soon. Blood, you weren't supposed to retire after Vegas. I'm smoking the McLaren copium. So true. I can't lie, no matter what Subtitle does, unless he bottles it now, I don't think he could, lose to Rexy. So, Fred, you have that at least. I'm so tired. I'm sorry, I'm not putting in the energy I usually do. Maybe it's stress related. It could be stress related, I can't lie. I wouldn't know, because I am not a medical professional. So, let's do a little bit of a grid rundown for... Fucking... The Texan in me almost came out. Anyway. So, it's from Dave, from Dom, from Jack, from Beaver, from Fridge, from Jamie, from Conts, from Subby, from Wheezy, from Speedy, from Degmaster, from the Bicycle, to Brexy, and finally to Tessa, who stopped 3 times in a row. Orlando to Aim High to Zach. That's our DNF list today. And we get ready for 2 laps of racing sexiness under the Japanese sun. Yeah, okay, safety car in this lap. Lap 26 and 27. That really decides the course of the rest of the championship. Dave Raptor's fighting for his first win, something that he could actually get, and Mr. Speedy retires. What a fucking joke. Anyway, yeah, Raptors is going to lead us away, and very, very soon we could see his first Grand Prix victory in CRF1. So as he goes through the Casio Triangle, Dom is on his tail, and it might be a a collision penalty. No. All right, so it is green flag racing here in Japan, here in Suzuka, and look at that. Yeah, Dave, absolute masterclass of getting the lead there, and there will be no DRS. So if I think Dave can keep it for at least another lap, at least one more time around the main straight, especially with Welsh Jack going through on the McLaren. However, this is far worse. I gotta sneeze. This is far worse for the McLaren. Yeah, okay, so Dom is already back into P6, Welsh Jack into P2, 3/10 away from Dave Raptors. This is going to be very stressful for the Williams man as Beeford is 5/10 away from Welsh Jack. Jamie back in the fold here as Kant goes in for P6. Fridge will be, P5 will be his as Fridge does have a 3-second time penalty. Jack is right on the tail of Dave Raptors, and he goes down the inside of Spoon Curve of all places to take P1 away from Dave Raptors. It's all coming together. Or rather, it's all coming undone. Like the Duran Duran song. I fucking love that song. I'll sing it for everybody after this. So yeah. Fucking, yeah, so you can see even Jamie getting a piece of this pie. And Beeford is through on Welsh Jack. Beeford is through on Welsh Jack, and he has to cut across the grass. Jamie could be leading the race now. No, he's not. Whose end plate was that? Side by side on the final lap. Welsh Jack does not have the better drag compared to Beeford. Beeford slots into P1. Jack needs to do everything in his... Oh, wait, there's a 3-second time penalty. We'll see if that gets removed. Jack needs to do everything in his power as Dweezy retires from the session. HPR Raptors is still in P3 as Kans cuts into P5. This could be P4 for him. FRI Rexy spins out and kills another driver again. And Welsh Jack gets it ahead of Ron Beeford as Dom retires from the session. And look at this. Fridge and Dave Raptors are going side by side into Degna. And it ends badly for Dave. As I predicted, Dave is out of the race. Fridge is in the gravel. Ron Beeford is still trailing Welsh Jack. Degmaster in P4. This is terrible. As Tessa gets back into the top 10. What a redemption for the Ferrari-man. And you can see there, Ron Beeford is very much pretty far behind from Welsh Jack as Kans picks it all the way back up in the late stages of the race. Subtitle and Fall Bicycle right next to each other as FRA Rexy is right behind Subtitle. Tesla picks up 2 points for Ferrari as Kans is desperately trying to get past Beeford. Could he do it out of 130R? He might go for the dive bomb. He does not. Beeford places his car wonderfully, but he could get a good run out of the Casio Triangle. So, with that said, Welsh Jack wins the race here in Japan. Ron Beeford comes right behind him. Kans takes P2 because of the time penalty. Degmaster comes P4. And Fall Bicycle actually gets P4 as Jamie comes home P6. Lovely, crazy ending there. And I'm glad I got into my fucking little gaming stance to actually see the screen. You know, Kans, good job, buddy. Mercedes have taken each other out. What a silly game. What a silly game. I got pushed on a skill issue. So yeah, Welsh Jack wins another race. You know the story. What a goofy fucking race. At the seams. In the pieces. Who do you need? Who do you love? When you come undone. When you come undone. At the seam. So, that was very silly. That was a very silly race. And now, as Theory has said, it is time for me to get ready for the racist movie. So, don't tell me how Gran Turismo ends, even though I know how it ends. You know, everybody dies in the end or something, or he wins. I don't know. Apparently, they recreated a real-life crash that killed a person, which is very silly. You know, and they're using it for dramatic motivation, so... Very silly. We will see. We will see. Huge L for Mercedes. And I don't care about Ferrari bias, so W. We'll see how Rexy takes this, by the way. It's going to be very funny to see him mauled in the chat. My name is YT Tep, and I'll see you.